And breaking news coming in, envoys from Europe and Africa are on a two-day visit to Jammu and Kashmir to assess the development work and the security situation in the Union territory following the successful completion of the District Development Council elections. During the two-day visit, the envoys will be receiving first-hand information on the development work undertaken by the Union Territory Administration after abrogation of the special status of the erstwhile state of Jammu and Kashmir on August 5th, 2019. Joining me on the broadcast is my colleague Srinagar to give us more information. Srinagar, what are you getting on ground?
As far as this time the envoy visit is concerned, definitely the government has a lot of things to showcase this time. Not only that the DDC elections were conducted in the most peaceful manner, but at the same time the long pending demand of the people of Jammu and Kashmir for the restoration of 4G is there. Then the violence has literally come down. The anti-terror operations that were carried by the security forces in 2019-20, and in fact this time, and also the surrender of the local boys will be the highlight of the event. If you remember, since 2019 January, this is the fourth visit by any foreign envoy group to Jammu and Kashmir in the last 2 years. In January 2019, there was a 15-member foreign envoy that visited the Kashmir. Then again later in February, there was another group visited. In fact, in October 2019, also the 23-member of the European Parliament MEPs visited Jammu and Kashmir on a private tour. So this time the visit is coming just after when the government concluded the DDC elections. The grassroots democracy was strengthened. In fact, as we talk about the visit of the envoys, the 2 days visit to Jammu and Kashmir, they will be landing here, and then after going to the Central Kashmir, they will also be coming to the SKICC, where they will be meeting the DDC members, those who have been recently elected. There will be the meetings with the stakeholders as far as the tourism sector is concerned, the industries is concerned, and also they will be meeting, the private meeting is there with the media, and also the government is taking them to some shrines in the downtown locality of Srinagar. So it's not only about to show the situation, the normalcy on ground, but also top officials, security grid will be briefing the envoys about how the anti-terror operations were carried and how also the Pakistan is trying to disturb the peace on ground. This is the exercise being done by the government to counter the propaganda that is being orchestrated by the Pakistan at the international forums. Because if we take the graph of after a Pulwama attack, when the 40 CR of soldiers lost their life, India took a very strong stand, and the way it has been hitting Pakistan at several positions, definitely that has helped to improve the situation on ground. Although Pakistan tried the best to disturb the situation on ground by sending the terrorists from across, by planting the IEDs on the national highway, but many of the attempts were foiled by Jammu Kashmir police along with the other security grid. So it's an envoy visit, particularly after the successful DDC elections and also the long pending demand of people that 4G needs to be restored, because a lot of appeals were coming not only from the students' fraternity but also from the people associated with the industries and tourism, because it was too difficult for them in the age of technology to go with the 2G speed where it was too low. But yes, the government was able to fulfill the needs and the demands of people, for which even LG Manoj Sinha thanked Prime Minister Modi and Amit Shah. But yes, today they will be here, and tomorrow in the afternoon they will also be visiting Jammu, where they will be meeting the Lieutenant Governor Manoj Sinha. The interaction will be there at the Raj Bhavan, and where he too will be briefing these envoys about the developmental projects that took place during his tenure as Lieutenant Governor of Jammu and Kashmir.
To take us through the significance of this visit, keeping in mind Pakistan's continued disinformation campaign against India.
See, as far as the significance of the visit is there, because this time the Kashmir is not witnessing any kind of hartal, shutdown or any other thing. People are back to their businesses. Although we have been seeing whenever any kind of visit used to be there earlier, there used to be a call from separatist leaders and other things. But this time we see the locals, the Kashmiris are not with any kind of hartal politics. The life is normal the way it has been there for the last 2 years after the abrogation of Article 370, and also the life is linking back to the normalcy after the restoration of whether it was 4G services, DDC elections, because the grassroots democracy has been strengthened, and also the developmental projects that took place under the leadership of Lieutenant Governor Manoj Sinha, because every day there is a government press release where the figures about the employment generation schemes, even the Sehat scheme that was launched by the LG in Jammu and Kashmir. So a lot of benefits are being provided to common Kashmiris under the leadership of Manoj Sinha, and also this time since it's the UT and the Lieutenant Governor rule is there, so J&K comes directly under the rule of central government. So central government is trying its best to provide all kind of facilities to the people of Jammu and Kashmir.
Thank you for joining us on the broadcast, Zina, to continue tracking all those latest developments on a ground. Remember